What's good, everybody? Welcome to our first WWE AEW wrestling figure draft. We got Team Raw over here, and we got Team SmackDown, and we're just going to get right into it. So today I'm going to be Team Raw.
And today I will be Team SmackDown.
We're going to do a coin toss for the first pick. I'm choosing heads. Tails, so SmackDown gets the first pick. And these are going to be the rosters that we're going to be choosing from. We have Current Day, Ruthless Aggression, Attitude Era / WCW. This is going to be our AEW selection. And then this is just kind of like a miscellaneous New Gen, New Japan, 2015 to 2020.
For SmackDown's first pick, we will be selecting MJF. MJF is everything we need in a starting brand. He is a perfect worker, excellent talker, and very professional.
And for Raw's first pick, we're going to go with Brock Lesnar. Here comes the pain version. We're really trying to get that big fight feel, and I feel like he'll define that.
For SmackDown's second pick, we're selecting Keith Lee. This will now establish power in this brand, a force that cannot be reckoned with. Someone who definitely sets the tone.
And for Raw's second pick, we're going to go with Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley is going to be leading the hardcore division, or he can also challenge for the World Heavyweight title. Main eventer.
For SmackDown, we are selecting our third pick to be Eddie Guerrero, Latino Heat himself.
And for Raw's third pick, we're going with Rob Van Dam. He's one of those guys that you can put anywhere on the card, mid-card, hardcore division. Teams up with people. You can put him in the main event. One of those workers, one of those workhorses.
For SmackDown's fourth pick, we're selecting Demon Finn Balor. This is the same Demon Finn Balor that ran very legendary matches with the likes of Samoa Joe and many of the NXT greats. With him on the roster, his presence is definitely a darker force.
For Raw's fourth pick, we're going to continue rolling on strong. We're going to go with Gunther. We have the Intercontinental title as our mid-card title. In real life, he's been holding it. But he could potentially be a world champion on my Raw.
For SmackDown's fifth pick, we're selecting Naito. Now, a New Japan classic such as him can bring a hard-hitting, diverse style to the brand. And, of course, he puts on magnificent matches.
With Raw's fifth pick, I too would choose somebody that was in Japan for a little while. Jay White. He was from New Japan, now he's with AEW. Now he's on Raw.
For SmackDown's sixth pick, we'll be selecting Orange Cassidy. It does not, and I mean it does not, get any cooler than freshly squeezed. With Cassidy on our team, it can definitely establish us as a hype brand.
And with Raw's sixth pick, we're going to go with the rated R superstar, Edge.
For SmackDown's lucky seventh pick, we're going to be going with none other than the cleaner, Kenny Omega. This is Kenny's prime form, hard-hitting, non-stop action.
With Raw's seventh pick, we're choosing Shinsuke Nakamura. He has that hard-hitting. He's also one of those guys that you can put up and down the card, have him in a tag team. However,
for SmackDown's eighth pick, we'll be going with none other than the American Dragon version of Daniel Bryanson. This version of him is very perfect for what I want to establish. He's technical, he's aggressive, but he's also focused.
And for Raw's eighth pick, we will be choosing the almighty Bobby Lashley. We kind of lacking on the size, so I wanted to get somebody that really brought it. So Bobby Lashley is going to Raw.
For SmackDown's ninth pick, we'll be selecting Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed will be bringing the power that we're trying to redefine, but he also has a speed and agility like none other on the roster with the Tsunami Splash.
And with Raw's ninth pick, we're going to go with Malachi Black. We need the mysterious, the dark, hard-hitting, the hard-striking. We're going to get that big fight feel. This is a great guy to add to our division.
For SmackDown's 10th and classic pick, we'll be selecting none other than the original Kurt Angle. His Greco-Roman style of wrestling will bring everything authentic we need to our brand.
And for Raw's 10th and classic pick, we're going to be choosing Y2J, Chris Jericho. His shirt says it all. I don't got to say more than that.
For SmackDown's 11th pick, we'll be selecting Seth frickin' Rollins. Seth is honestly coming up when it comes to wrestlers to be mentioned in the future, and I think his future will be very prominent with SmackDown.
And with Raw's 11th pick, we're going to bring in the greatest mask of all time, Rey Mysterio. We're going to bring the speed, the might, and the heart. Rey Mysterio is on Raw.
For SmackDown's 12th pick, we'll be choosing El Idolo Andrade. Now, this Andrade not only has a flair to him, wink wink, but he also brings a more hard-hitting aggression that we need, plus a perfect faction leader. Welcome to SmackDown.
And for Raw's 12th pick, we need more people for our hardcore division. Hard-hitting, real street fighting, Eddie Kingston.
For SmackDown's 13th pick, we'll be selecting Miro. Miro is hard-hitting, fast, agile, and very good on the mic, surprisingly. Welcome to the team.
And with Raw's 13th pick, we're adding more to our hardcore division. We're going to get Darby Allin in there.
For SmackDown's 14th pick, we'll be selecting Kofi Kingston. Kofi is fun-loving, energetic, and always knows how to draw a crowd. We need more entertainers in our brand, and he fits the mold perfectly.
And with Raw's 14th pick, we need the size, we need the strength, we need another mask. We're going to go with Kane, the Big Red Machine.
For SmackDown's 15th pick, we'll be choosing our tag team division, and starting off, none other than the Young Bucks. These will establish ourselves as not only entertaining, but high-flying, all-around perfect tag team action. Welcome to the brand, boys.
For Raw's 15th pick in our tag team division, we're going to go with the Brood, or otherwise known as the Hardy Boys. We got Jeff and Matt bringing in the high-flying, extreme pain to the brand.
For SmackDown's 16th selection, we'll be choosing Legend Killer Randy Orton. This version of Randy took on the likes of Mick Foley, leaving him in a bloody pool of his own head. This is a version of Randy that I hope to further evolve, and welcome to the brand.
With Raw's 16th pick, we will go with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens also adds to the hardcore division, the hardcore aspect, what we're trying to do here. He has a very versatile style, and he can feud with just about the likes of anybody.
For SmackDown's 18th pick, we'll be choosing none other than Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre, ever since his return, has been a perfect, well-polished machine. This version of Drew especially, coming back to win not only one, but two back-to-back championships during the pandemic as well. I can't wait to see him feud with the original Kurt Angle. Well,
and with Raw's 18th pick, we're going to go with the American Badass Undertaker. With him, we can have him team up with the version of Kane that I picked. He was a former tag champion, and he can easily be my world champion.
For SmackDown's 19th pick, we'll be selecting Johnny Gargano. We need to rebuild our cruiserweight division, but someone who also can handle a lot of pain and pressure, and nobody delivers both of those aspects more than Johnny Gargano. Welcome.
And for our 19th pick, we're going to get a real workhorse, a real wrestler, Shelton Benjamin. He's a former Intercontinental Champion in real life. He can go take on the likes of Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Owens. He can have banger after banger.
For SmackDown's 20th pick, we're going to go with the seasoned veteran, Dustin the Natural Rhodes. This version of Dustin only gets better. He's increased his arsenal, his stamina, and speed while not losing any of his charisma or lackluster. Welcome.
With Raw's 20th pick, we're going to continue this wrestling thing. We're going to get none other than Perk Angle.
For SmackDown's 21st selection, we'll be choosing none other than Umaga. To be honest, I really do just need raw Samoan power. And when you think of that, you don't think of the Samoan bulldozer for nothing.
With Raw's 21st pick, Ricochet. We need high flyers. Ricochet is the man that can do it all, basically. and he can take on the likes of RVD, young Chris Jericho. We can have a bunch of dream matches. So Ricochet is coming to Raw.
For SmackDown's 22nd pick, we'll be choosing the likes of the Lucha Bros, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Zero. With this and my selection, we'll be having not only hard-hitting strong action, but we'll be having an entertaining match all around with light tables and chairs.
With Raw's 22nd pick, tag team, we're going to go with RK Bro. We got the Viper, Randy Orton, and we also got the Bro, Matt Riddle. So they will be taking their talents to Raw.
For SmackDown's 23rd selection, we'll be choosing the likes of AJ Styles. It is literally the house he built, and for good reason. He's fast, he's agile, he's perfect on the mic, and he's all around well-rounded. Welcome.
And with Raw's 23rd pick, we'll be going with Cody Rhodes. We need the American Nightmare. He brings the star power. Monday nights just like in real life.
For SmackDown's 24th selection, we'll be choosing Bray Wyatt. The Fiend Bray Wyatt specifically. This version of him is a hard-hitting, hard-action hero in a darker sense. For the 25th and final selection of the brand SmackDown, we're going to be choosing none other than the man who practically started this thing, The Rock himself. He is the total package of wrestling. He is peak charismatic, aggression, and power.
And with our 25th pick, our final pick on Raw, we're going with none other than Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero. And for my Hardcore Championship match, it's going to be Jon Moxley versus Rob Van Dam. And we're going to have Jon Moxley going over. He's going to be our Hardcore Champion. For my Intercontinental title match, it's going to be Malachi Black versus Gunther. And after a hard-fought match, Gunther is going to come out on top and carry the Intercontinental Championship. For the World Tag Team Championships, it's going to be the Brothers of Destruction versus the Brood, otherwise known as the Hardys, for the tag titles, and the Hardy Boys will come out on top. And for the World Heavyweight Championship, we're going to have the next big thing, Brock Lesnar, against the Switchblade, Jay White. And we're going to have Brock Lesnar come out on top and be our World Heavyweight Champion.
On SmackDown, we'll be having Keith Lee versus Bronson Reed for the U.S. Championship, and Keith Lee will be taking it. For the WWE Tag Team Championships, we'll be having the Young Bucks go against the Lucha Brothers, and the Lucha Brothers will take it. For the Cruiserweight Championship, we'll be having Johnny Gargano go against Orange Cassidy, and Orange Cassidy will take a victory. For the WWE Championship, we'll be having The Rock go against MJF, and in this hard-fought, grueling match, The Rock will secure victory.